There is something always magical about historical places which hold importance in the history for its innovation. Badami, Pattadakal, and Aihole along the Malaprabha River, situated in the Bagalkot district, are the remnants of the Chalukyan art and architecture dated back to the 6th century. The temples at Aihole, Badami, and Pattadakal are the largest and the earliest group of monuments which systematically exhibits the evolution in Hindu rock cut and temple architecture in India. The artistic works at Badami, Pattadakal, and Aihole has transformed the Malaprabha River Valley into the cradle of temple architecture. The UNESCO has also identified Pattadakal as one of the World Heritage Monuments for its beautiful sculptures and temples. The place has its own beauty for bearing those beautiful rock temples and caves. Sadly, this place is losing its charm due to its own people who have settled near the caves and temples in and around Badami and Aihole. The inhabitants in these places have been settled for more than 3 decades now and have been involved in polluting the environment around these heritage monuments. The Archaeological Survey of India has been struggling hard to evict these inhabitants from these places, but have been unsuccessful in clearing the people.
तो क्या है, तीसरा साल है हमारा, ये तीसरा चीर है हमारा, तीसरा सर। हाँ, तो हमारे वालिद क्या है वो 72 उम्र हो के गुजर गए। अभी हमको क्या है, हमको क्या है, अभी 60 साल चल रहे हैं, 60-62 साल चल रहे हैं,
100 साल के ऊपर।
अब ये 50 वर्षों वो लोग हमको तकलीफ दे रहे हैं। आर्कियोलॉजिकल डिपार्टमेंट वाले भी करने नहीं देते, वो लोग आर्कियोलॉजिकल डिपार्टमेंट वाले पैसा दे के निकाल रहे हैं और हमको क्या है, जीने भी नहीं दे रहे, न मरने भी नहीं दे रहे।
Residents are reluctant to move from these places as they feel that they are not being given fair compensation by the government.
हमको जो क्या है, जो 6 साल के पहले जो एस्टिमेट करे थे उससे क्या है 3 पट देना ज्यादा एक घर, और हमको 40 बाय 50 का सेट देना, और वो सेट क्या है हमारे गांव के नजीक देना, तो दूर नहीं देना। और दूसरी बात क्या है, जो हमारा जो मटेरियल्स है, जो लकड़ी और फतरा, वो हमको ही देना। जो हमारे जगह को लेकर जाने के लिए उनको वाहन हमको सप्लाई करना, और हमको पैसे देने के बाद में हमको 3 महीने से लेकर 6 महीने तक हमको वहाँ घर तैयार होता, हमको यहाँ पर नहीं निकाला। डेवलपमेंट के लिए हम त्याग करके जा रहे हैं। टूरिज्म जो डेवलपमेंट है ना, टूरिज्म डेवलपमेंट वास्ते हम जो हमारा घर त्याग करते तो हमको बराबर पैसा दे।
As per the Ancient Monuments and Archaeological Sites and Remains Act 1966 states that no one shall construct any building within 100 meters of the protected area or carry on any illegal activities like mining, quarrying or blasting at these places.
Archaeological Survey of India has sent a proposal for acquisition of 114 houses in and around the protected monuments, where ASI required this space for the developmental work. Thereafter, what happened? Apart from 114, Government of Karnataka has taken cabinet decision. Cabinet decision in the year 2012, I think, Mr. Jagdish Shettar was CM. During that time, they have identified some area for the rehabilitation of the properties and persons, those who are affected. Then, for which 4.1 notification, which is absolutely required under Land Acquisition Act, 4.1 notification has also issued, but government has not provided, the state government has not provided the fund. Therefore, I think it is withdrawn.
There is settlement.
There is small passage.
Yeah, yes sir.
That's why we have sent a proposal in the year 2000, for which we have also deposited an amount of 2.71 crores, which accumulating now around 6 crores. What happened, due to enhancement of the increase of the land value and cost, construction materials, everything, government has requested, state government has requested, which is acquiring body.
Yeah.
Only we are providing the amount. they sought again 6 crores or 7 crores. We are not in a position to provide that much amount. That's why we have requested our Director General. Ultimately, they have dropped the proposal.
Okay.
And archaeological surveyor, they should merge in a single department.
On the contrary, Hampi, situated on the banks of Tungabhadra River in Bellary district, is one of the most visited tourist places in Karnataka and identified as the World Heritage Site by the UNESCO. This place is specially known for its bazaars. On 29 July 2011, in a sudden act, the district administration authorities demolished more than 200 shops in Hampi Bazaar and justified it by claiming the shops were illegally constructed by the people. Some of these shops had houses attached to them and
वो लीगल का है वो हमारा ज़िंदगी वो इतना दिन करे ना वो कम से कम 30 वर्ष और 40 वर्ष के पहले हम बापा और बड़े दादा उधर ज़िंदगी करना वो इलीगल का है ना वो मंडप का है ना वो मंडप का मेरा नहीं वो उसका है ये साई का है नहीं तो गवर्नमेंट का है उसके लिए हमको निकल दिया.
More than 1,500 people and about 360 families lost their houses due to this act. But the government replaced these people with 1,30,000 rupees compensation and a land for constructing a house. The relocation was done in a place called Kadirampur, which is 4 km away from the main bazaar.
दिया 1,30,000 पैसे दिया वो बाद में वो 30-40 साइड दिया वो तो बैंक को लोन देने को मेहरबानी करे सिफारिश किया गवर्नमेंट हमको अच्छा हुआ.
Most of the people living in Hampi were dependent on tourism for livelihood. But after this forceful eviction, most of them have lost their livelihood, struggling to earn a living.
It's meant to be a commercial street since 14th century. So when kingdom was began,
they started.
began, right? But it's actually, I don't know who got it wrong, or district administration or somebody, I don't know. I don't want to point out the names, but the thing is, it has to be a commercial street from the past. Only very few places continuously inhabited in the world, the Hampi would be one of them. To the district administration to evacuate encroachments. There are two different things: encroachments, okay, and then illegal constructions.
Okay.
Onwards, tourism impact. People become commercial. The people, start
coming,
having shops and all those things, right? And almost 25 years, people develop the entire village, right? Tourists, they're providing, because there were no guest house, nothing. So we were the one who gave the...
To only our bounden duty is to maintain that one. At the same time, we have to develop tourism.
Exactly, sir.
That our monuments are surrounded by some of the
Heritage
houses. That is on the tank of this one.
The river.
This one definitely we will take that. That we have conducted 2 meetings, and certainly I myself and our MLA together. That DC is the chairman. That under the chairmanship of DC, we will call shortly a meeting, and we will take all the necessary action to what we have to do for rehabilitation work.
Okay.
Then
Really identify, assess which is that encroachment, what is the impact of that on the monument, and yes, where the impact is happening, one should try to clear it. Badami and Hampi are two different cases. There are many cases now. You have Aihole, where the village is being planned to shift because they think that the floods are going to affect the village. It happened in 2007-8. The entire village was flooded. So I think that it's more for the safety of the village that they have planned to shift it. Coming to Badami, they are trying to remove the encroachments, what I understand, which are happening on the bund. There's no. There was an earlier proposal to remove the houses also about 100 meters and so on. But the latest information that I have is they won't be really evicting the people from the village. They've understood that the village is an integral part of the entire settlement and is living heritage. The eviction is more focused on the encroachment which has happened on the bund. Is that the multiple departments that are there. Now ASI is involved in protection of monuments. Now state government will do the eviction process. And this is where we need to have some intermediary agency or organization who works on a rehabilitation package, who can coordinate with these multiple departments, and also have a stakeholder meeting wherein the local people are involved. So if it is a much more participative process, I think people will be welcome. I don't think people have objections to shift out from a place, but if they're given a good package, good.
The Ministry for Urban Development under the Heritage Development and Augmentation Yojana has stated that Rs 52.5 crore has been sanctioned by the government for the beautification of Badami. The plan includes widening of roads, clearing houses near the Badami caves. It is to see how far the government is successful in maintaining the Chalukyan caves and successful in obtaining the World Heritage Tag for Badami and